Viant is a technology company, and it's an advertising cloud-based technology company. It's really meant to tackle what we've been hearing from marketers are some of the biggest challenges that they face in the marketplace right now. We've heard massive device fragmentation is a huge challenge, as well as the ability to connect the online with the offline world, the ability to connect in-store sales to online activity. Both of those are major challenges, and that's what Viant is set up to do. Viant also happens to be the parent company of 4 distinct brands: Specific Media, Vindico, MySpace, and Zumo. So it's really the culmination of over 15 years of work, 15 years of strategic planning, 15 years of acquisitions, organic growth, product development, all which has led to the Viant Ad Cloud, which we just unveiled. Our company really started off within media execution. It started off as advertisementbanners.com. It morphed into Specific Media, which is the brand most people know about now. But we also have another strong brand in Vindico. Again, both Specific Media and Vindico are based on media execution. But one thing we realized about 4 or 5 years ago in the marketplace was that we weren't able to execute as well as we wanted to for our advertisers anymore. And the reason we weren't able to is because a lot of the metrics we were utilizing, a lot of the data we were utilizing in the marketplace was outdated. We were utilizing proxies, we were utilizing cookies. So about 4 years ago, we really set out to create a new foundation for digital advertising. One that wasn't as reliant on proxies like cookies, but one that was reliant on a direct relationship with the consumer. And that's what we did. 4 years ago, we set out with a whole new internal project to map out the entire country, not based on cookies and proxies, but based on identity, based on people. The first stage of that was when we acquired MySpace 3 years ago. And since then, we've really been scrubbing that data and bringing it up to date. So we use a lot of third parties to bring the MySpace identity data up to space. So MySpace, when we acquired it, had about 1.2 billion users. We've been able to connect with about 1 billion of them. Of that, we're constantly updating the data through partners like Experian. So, for instance, your date of birth hasn't changed, but your income has probably changed, your marital status might have changed, the amount of children you have might have changed. So third parties like Experian help us update that information. We've also been connecting the MySpace user base, the MySpace user base, with all of their current devices, the current devices that they have right now. So we're able to create a device map and link all of their devices back to that identity. And that's really the foundation for the Viant Advertising Cloud moving forward. So we have the identity management platform, and that's really where we house the 1 billion registered users that we have through MySpace, all of that data that's been refreshed. It allows us to do a tremendous amount of things in the marketplace. It allows us to onboard CRM files. It allows us to manage and grow consumer databases. It also allows us to connect devices back to an actual individual user because it's identity-based, it's not proxy-based. The second phase of the advertising cloud is the media execution platform, and that contains 2 components. One is a people-based DSP, and the other is a people-based ad server. And I use the word people-based a lot because it's really a core competency that we have within both of these elements, in that we're able to target real people on the open web and not utilizing proxies like cookies. And then the third component is really the data analytics platform. And the data analytics platform is where the whole thing comes together. It's where we're able to show true ROI for our customers. We're able to show path to purchase for our customers, not first or last click. We could obviously show that, but actually what was the path to purchase? What was the optimal path to purchase? Did consumers see a video ad on desktop followed by a display ad on mobile device followed by a digital ad on their phone? Was that the best path to purchase for a particular advertisement's message? We're able to show that, and then we're able to tie that back to both online ROI, so e-commerce, as well as offline ROI, so in-store sales. And that's a huge distinction, being able to tie back into in-store purchases as well. And then we take that the information we get from the data analytics platform, and we're able to tie that back into the IMP. So the results and the learnings that we get from our analytics platform allow customers to action off of that back at the IMP. So it really becomes a virtuous cycle, and each component works better when they all work together. We've come to realize, and we've been hearing from a lot of our advertisers, that there's massive challenges in today's marketplace. Years ago, when we were simply doing behavioral targeting and we were doing it off of a desktop, it was actually a lot more accurate because cookies weren't deleted to the frequency that they are now. And again, you didn't have to worry about device fragmentation and cookies not being relevant on multiple devices because it was all off a desktop. So you're able to determine ROI a lot clearer, right? Device proliferation has really added a layer of complexity to this. as well as the amount of churn that we see in cookies now. We're seeing huge churn, about 75% of cookies we're seeing deleted every single month. We're also seeing, again, this device fragmentation, this fluidity of device behavior. People are researching on one device and then purchasing on another, which has really made a lot of the current metrics we utilize in the ecosystem now outdated. So again, for us, it was really about creating this new foundation of digital advertising, not relying on cookies and relying people-based and relying on the identity warehouse that we have through the MySpace database that, again, we've been updating and cleansing throughout the last 3 years. We're incredibly excited about MySpace prospects right now. MySpace currently has about 50 million uniques a month according to ComScore, so obviously a very substantial size as it currently exists. One of the benefits that we have from MySpace as well is the massive database that it has of registered users, and that's we utilize for a lot of targeting purposes, so about 1 billion registered users worldwide. MySpace right now as it exists is primarily a music-driven site. We do a ton of original content on the site as well, and it's really devoted towards reaching a younger demographic. And again, we've been really successful with that relaunch of the site, again, in reaching that younger demo.